Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips tutorial brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Independent Tutorials Group, and let's jump right in. Our poster here had a really cool picture that they had taken, and they split it up into 3 parts, which looked really nice. I suggested that we try to do something with this railing, like maybe get rid of the front railing and possibly the people. So I'm just going to do a little bit of work on it. I'm not sure what we're going to do exactly, but let's just start with the things that really need help. And I think this front railing and the people. So if we want to get rid of the people, what I did was I would take the polygon tool and cut a section of this portion to the left of the people standing there. So I'll just cut out a little piece like this and copy it. And basically I can just grab that piece and move it over and cover them pretty simply. And you can see it. I erased portions of the picture that don't need to be there, and it covers out the first person there up to the edge. And that came out pretty good. And then I smudged the edge here to cover this guy a little bit. Now we need to extend this wall, the back wall, a little bit. So do we have an end pole somewhere that we can grab it? Let's see, there's this one here. So let's give it a try. I'm going to grab a little piece of this end pole and include the brick. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit off because it's pretty far away. You're not going to be able to see too much of it. Okay, so I'm going to grab this, I'm going to copy it and bring it over to here. And first off, it's the wrong angle. It has to be the other angles, which is okay because we can go to Image, Rotate. So I want to do horizontal, and that turned it the other way, which is perfectly exactly where we want it to be. Now we can just resize it, grab the corner, bring it down to size, and start to make it look similar to what's already there. And all we need is this end to match this end right around here. There's a little bit left over from the previous, so that's okay. Since this is on top, I can smudge that over and it'll be fine. I can grab this piece, grab the smudge brush, and literally just nudge the picture over behind. This is the lower piece, and it gets rid of the blue from the guy standing there. Now we grab the front piece. We can drag it forward to match the cement walkway here. And just merge it so that it starts heavy and it lightens up as it goes on further. See that? We're just extending what's there so that the abruptness of the change isn't so obvious. And I think we're going to have to get rid of this too. And since there's a lot of colors in everything, it doesn't matter if we leave a little bit of blue. It's okay. What they don't know won't hurt them, is what I always say. Smudge that into there. It's kind of like painting. See, when we zoom out, you really can't tell what the heck is going on there. And I'm happy with that. Next, let's see. Let's get rid of these 2 people here, and how we do that, we can extend. I might just do it just with colors because it's so nondescript. In this empty layer, I'm going to grab a brush color and try to just paint the whole darn thing in and see what happens. 25 point. And I don't do it fully because I want to be able to smudge that color so that it's not perfect. I might have to add in some fake lines at one point. And then we might just have to smudge it and do a line. A line here. line here, one here, and turn this layer back on, and now we take those line layers and lessen them to where they're almost non-visible, which are here right about 12%. But I think I'm going to go back and brighten it up just a tiny bit. There we go. And now the top heads of the peoples, let's see, how do we get rid of that? We might just do a little bit of smudging actually. So let's grab that bottom layer and work on this one, because sometimes the smudging doesn't always work. So what I'm doing is I click, I hold shift, and then I click in perpendicular to any particular line, and the more I do it, the more it smudges out the portion that I'm trying to get rid of. And that pretty much takes care of that. And as far as she's concerned, here we just go straight up and down. And see how ratty these walls are? It doesn't matter. Okay. So now we got rid of the people standing there too. It's looking pretty good. Next is going to be these front railing. I'd like to get rid of that. So let's figure out how we're going to do that. On this left part here, I think what we can do is extend this and just put it over up to the plants. So what I'm going to do is grab a portion of the plants that I can merge down into. And with this, I'm going to do a polygon, but a free lasso. And it's not going to be as important. So we're going to just draw our own edge of the plants. I don't like this black thing, so I can just come down here. And try to avoid we're just making our own complete edge, sort of following along the original. And once I get over to this section here, just come down, come across, and come up here, and I can let go, and that'll continue itself. I'm going to right click and copy that. So anything I push down in here is when I show you here, that's what I copied. When anything I push down beyond this underneath is going to disappear. So let's take now this brick from up here and copy it and push it down into this section so it'll hide all this. And since there's this kind of a natural line over here, it won't hurt us to make another one. So grab the lasso polygon. I want to grab a little more further from where I really need it, because I can easily erase what I don't need. So I'm going to grab, actually I didn't need to go that far low, but from here and double click, and I can right click and hit copy, and watch this. This is going to be really cool. It's not all that needs to be done, but it's the beginning. I'm going to grab this and just drag it down and watch everything disappear underneath the edges of the bushes. And we'll soften those edges afterwards. And I'm going to start with this top edge here and get rid of what I don't need. I'm going to do a 25% soft layer and draw with the eraser what I don't need. That's up to there. And take the soft brush, about 10%, and see what I'm doing. Just going along the new edge that 5%. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. The street underneath, side pull out, and there we go. You'll never be able to tell. There's a little bit of railing that shows right there, and all we do is grab our foreground, our smudge, and then smudge it right back. Boom. And that's it. Let's see, what else? Now we're going to get rid of this part here of this railing, and we can do that by, let's see, it's green underneath there. Let's see, can we grab an edge from somewhere else? Let's say we grab this. A whole square. And we copy that. We bring that down one. And that pretty much did it. And we got all of this stuff to get rid of here. So how do we do that? At least the top part, I can probably copy above it. So I'm going to grab from here to here to this pole and copy. Grab that copy and bring it down, making sure that the sidewalk matches mostly. 10 point and do just the pole. And then I can grab a polygon to make sure the rest of it's all gone. And then erase this up here. I don't want to go down to this pole, so I'll do something like a 20 point should do us fine here. From here across. That looks good. This down here looks good. We want to smudge this so that it blends in. Same with this here. We can actually just cheat a little and smudge a lot of this from now on. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta copy that and just stretch it up. And stretch it down. Alright, now I want to get rid of this here. So I'm going to go back here. Let's erase 9 point, just the pole that we want to keep. To the 8 point. And then bring that back up and see what it looks like. And same with this one. Okay, so let's pull back out, and now you'll see we just got rid of the whole pole going across here. And finally, this one down here that's kind of hiding in the bushes, we can either continue the cement or continue the plants. There's certain parts that we could probably smudge, but it just may take a little more time than I want. As you can see, the smudging is okay. If I squeeze them all together, and then just keep on squeezing it together until it smudges out. Too much. Try to smudge it back and forth to get rid of it. Or I can smudge it into the plants. Like that. There's not all that much we can do. Maybe I can grab from somewhere else and just cover a little bit up. Like this here is green, similar to this. So if I grab the polygon and do a free grab of polygon and grab some of this stuff here. copy that. And then I'm going to lessen its opacity to 80%. And then grab a huge brush, 50 point, pass it along down here. I think we got it. So we were able to get rid of the fence coming along here, and we leave these fences here. The last thing I'd like to do is get rid of the car up here, this little area, and then do something with the lighthouse. So, and with a 5 point, I'm going to carefully grab this little edge of grass that's going to cover everything. Grab that new layer, put it on top of the old layer, and I can move it around. So I'm gonna, and all I need is just to cover the car. So the car area. So I'm gonna turn it a little bit more like that, and bring that around here, around there. Okay, now we got that. I'm gonna lessen the opacity so I can get rid of some of it that I don't need. Come back down here, grab a huge soft brush, and get rid of the green, because the green was down here. Okay, so now we got the bottom part done. Let's bring this back up to 100% and just soften this top edge here a little bit. And once it's done, bring that back up to a full 100%. And that's pretty much it. Got rid of the whole little parking structure. Here's before, after, before, after. All right, so this is pretty much it for this session. Oh, one more thing we're going to do here. Let's go ahead and do this. This is artistic choice here. You may not want to do this, but this is just having fun. I'm going to right click and copy. Bring that layer above our current layer. We can pull back. And what's fun about this is, gosh, we can have all kinds of fun with this. See what I mean? Now that's what I'm talking about. So that's the first part of our modification to this picture. So what we did was we got rid of the railing that came across here. We got rid of 4 different people over here. We got rid of the car up in the corner, and we enlarged the lighthouse. So now what I'm going to do is save this and then possibly work on the railing and make them white or something like that. See what that looks like. Make them look like wood. But that'll be on the next video. That's it for now. This is obviously we didn't do any color correction to this yet, so we wanted to work on it raw. And now we could fuse it together or do color corrections and do whatever we want to do. So that will be up to the original poster and take it from there. That's it for now. Rich calling it quits for this tutorial, saying over and out. Bye.